Hello guys, hello. Can you hear me? Kamusta na? Kamusta na? Nakabili na ako 6 castle sabi ni James. Well, we'll be starting in a few minutes guys, but please can you give us a little bit of like in our video while we check our audio guys. So before I start, you see the stream is gonna begin in a few minutes. But before I call on our guest, guys, kindly tickle that like button. Please do me a favor. Hello, Ron, Raul, Joseph, Nixon, Sun NFT Games, Vlog ni Vlad, Nixon, Mar, Librando, Manuel Calicdan, Carl Weisman, Zia D, Wilson Pena, Ron Mendoza, Wiscape, G Ignacio TV, Argel Magpantay, Elmer Empik, Anim Esports, Henster, Frian Legara, Renan Natinga, James Daborbor, Nixon, ako 10 mansion daw kay Nixon. Joke sabi niya. G Ignacio TV, sound check on all 10 pa shoutout Boss Dex, Wiscape Pops, Whitey Sir Dex pa clarify sa kanila kung nagbago yung percentage ng scholarship program nila. Yes, kindly comment your questions later when we call on our guest right now. Good afternoon. I vote Tom, Henster, Manuel Calicdan, Kawai Islands, pa-check if may hello, RM, Joseph Corpuz. Paano yung game na to? Exer, Body Health, Vlog ni Vlad, Ashley, pa-shoutout. Anyway guys, yeah, we have 62 people here now but only 15 likes. Come on guys, we can do better than this. We can do more likes than this guys. And we can do more shares. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna show my face if we don't have more than 20 likes guys. I'm not gonna show my face without 20 likes. Oh, ang bilis naman guys. You gave me 20 likes kaagad. Sir Dex, kamusta ka? Stay healthy. I'm doing fine. A little bit sad, a little bit worried, a little bit heavy on my heart, but still happy, still loving you guys, still enjoying the time that I am with you. Well, with all that's been happening the past few days, it's been a crazy day for everyone, guys. Anyway, shout out for everyone here. Exer Body Health, Vlog ni Vlad, Ashley, Jefferson Antonio, Show, Sia, Koya, Belrenan, Zia D, Patrick Hidalgo, Welbert, Manuel, Chad, Jefferson, G. Ignacio, Iva, Tom, Exer, Varia, 20 na po, Carl, Weisman, Zia, Arlene Gida. Anyway, guys, we have 41 likes now and 77 people in chat. Kindly share the stream, and I'm gonna be opening our video in 3, 2, 1, and let us go. What is up guys? We are live. They can see you now. Alexi, welcome to the stream. Alexi, kindly say hi to our people here.
Hi. Yeah, just as a quick note, yeah, the live AMA channel is available for people to join in Discord as well, but it's max 25 participants because we've got our cameras on, and so Discord doesn't get overloaded. It's max 25 participants, but you can join Dexter's live stream on YouTube and keep up with that.
Yes guys, come on, welcome. Bakit ako kinakabahan each chance video? Well, everybody is kinda, feeling butterflies in their stomach right now. And guys, who among you have seen Pocket Arena already? Is there anybody here, first timer, seeing Pocket Arena for the first time? Because if it's your first time seeing Pocket Arena, what I'm gonna do is switch screen for a bit and show it to you for a while, right? I'm gonna show it to you here. So here you go guys. I've switched screen. I'm gonna show you Pocket Arena. This is Pocket Arena, and inside Pocket Arena you have a lot of games going on, a lot of stuff to do, right? You have NFT, Castle Defense, Block and IQ, Basketball, Ice Pop, Bricks and Target. This is Castle NFT, and if you like Castle Defense, tower defense games, this would probably really be appropriate for you. So yes, people are really coming up with different ideas right now with games and integrating the traditional games that we have into the NFT world. And this is basically how you play this game. So yeah, I'm gonna switch back to the screen and we'll show you everything to you again later on. All right. So how's it been guys? We have over 120 people now in stream. Castle Defense with 3 Castle, Crypto JJ, Mel TV. I've been playing for almost a month now, satisfied in Castle Defense. Very good guys. If you have any feedback about Castle Defense, this is the right time. Anyway, Alexi, my friend, my buddy. We hooked up a couple of days, if I'm not mistaken, probably about a week already. Since you guided me through what Castle Defense is, and yeah, before talking about Castle Defense, let's make this AMA a little bit, a little bit fun for everybody. Alexi, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do for Pocket Arena, and your history about gaming? Because we're gamers here. We love to talk about games. What games did you play when you were younger?
Yeah, so I'm Alexi. I'm a community manager here at Pocket Arena, and our flagship game is currently NFT Castle Defense. But we have currently 10 different games that you can earn POC and XP from within our platform. So you can go to pocketarena.com, I believe it is, and you can see all our games there and experiment. But yeah, I recently joined the team about a month ago, or almost a month and a half ago now. And before this, I was a professional esports player. I played primarily Smite. I was in the Smite Pro League for a year or two, and in the Semi-Pro League for about 5 years. And I've also played a few other games at top level, such as Gwent and Prophecy and a couple of other things. And I'm also a I'm also a designer and project specialist at Fiara, which is a digital solutions company. So currently working 2 jobs. I'm multitasking. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me. And yeah, to note, POC is our flagship. It's our token that is used as a reward and currency within every single one of our Pocket Arena games. And we will be announcing a couple of things to do with the IDO and mechanics behind POC in this AMA. So if you stick around, you'll get some nice juicy gossip. And then obviously after the AMA, we'll be announcing it on every platform. But this is the first place to get the news ahead of time. So yeah.
Cool, bro. Cool. Anyway, I'm gonna put this screen here with us so people can see Pocket Arena and our screen as well. Yeah, dude, really, you played the Smite in pro leagues?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, you can go stalk me on my Twitter or my I think I have an esports pedia page still. Let me check. But yeah, I was a big Smite player for quite a few years.
Guys, if you don't know, Smite is a really good game as well. It's a traditional game, the one that I've played as well, like probably over 6 years ago when I played that. It's a really fun game. Anyway, the reason I'm excited about that is because knowing somebody in the team of Pocket Arena, being involved with what you call this pro scene, people who knows about games and our our heart, what we want as gamers would probably be gamers themselves, right? So that is a relief right now that Alexi is here talking about this thing, Pocket Arena, and at the same time knowing that he himself is a gamer just like us. Pretty cool in my opinion. Anyway guys, if you have any questions right now for the Pocket Arena team, for Alexi here, the community manager, feel free to type them in. All right. Anyway, here's one question to ramp our session up, Alexi. So there are a lot of games right now coming out, right? A lot of projects coming out, and it's no secret that a lot of games right now are being rugged or being played as a scam, right? So first question to air this elephant out in the room, right? What makes Castle Arena the go-to game or the go-to project, and what makes it different from the scams out there?
Okay. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I mean, the first thing obviously is that with the development in the crypto space and blockchain gaming and everything like that, there's been a lot of newer projects and newer teams that have formed to try and make something work, and it hasn't worked out. Sometimes they've had malicious intent, sometimes it's just collapsed for whatever reason because they weren't prepared. However, Pocket Arena is developed by Emoji Games, and we've been around for, I think, since 2005. So that's 21 years. Oh, sorry, that is awful maths. 16 years now almost. And so we're a very long-standing mobile development company. We're currently partnered with Samsung Gaming, and we've been partnered with several other huge names within the industry previously. And we've actually been working on Pocket Arena and the systems behind it for a couple of years now, I believe. And it's very much a project that we've been planning and thinking about, and we're now trying to speed up the process of getting certain things out, such as the IDO, because the game's taken off in the way it has, and we want to be able to actually deliver in accordance to how the game's growing. Hence why we've got some upcoming IDO announcements later this AMA. But yeah, so we are an actual games development studio and company. We do everything in-house, and we have a great team of developers. We have about 50 people in our team currently. We also, to note, we have offices kind of all over the world. We're based in Switzerland primarily, and yeah, I mean the game's map, Luzern, is based in Switzerland as well. And you can go search up Emoji Games and Pocket Arena. And find out more about us there. That's always a good way to do your own research. But we're very much planning for the long run, and we will be. I'll talk about it a bit more later. But we do have some anti-rug mechanics and like anti-pump and dump mechanics coming into POC. That is definitely something we're focused on, because as I said, we are very much in it for the long haul, because we've been working on this for a long time and we're very happy with how it's progressing. But obviously we want to make sure that everything's as good as possible, and that's kind of the goal. We don't want to have any big slip-ups like, oh, hey, this got pumped and dumped and now we've been mislabeled as like some sort of bad company. We want to make sure that everyone's happy from the get-go and everyone's happy with how everything is. One thing to note that actually made me really interested in NFT tower defense is the inbuilt renting system, which is similar to the Axie scholarship system, which isn't actually in Axie in an official capacity. It's just a community to community, or it's a peer-to-peer based system which the community has implemented. Whereas Castle Defense actually has that in the system already, which I think is great, because it creates a safety net for the player. There's no chance of you being banned because your scholar logged into the account within like 24 hours or whatever it is. So there's a lot of bonuses, and I think, to my knowledge, we're the only blockchain game that I've seen, at least, that has that system already implemented. And funnily enough, we had that system planned prior to Axie's scholarship system being implemented. So this was, I mean, it's not an original idea because Axie's now done it, but it was like, at the time it came from our heads, and we're very proud of it. But yeah, hopefully that more or less answered that.
Okay. So guys, if kindly let me know if you want some adjustment in our volume, okay? I need to adjust it for you. Anyway, guys, so here, Alexi, you've talked about stuff like how POC plans to stay relevant in the long term, like be safe for people, avoid those dumps and be mislabeled as a scam game. So people here have questions about W Euro, about Castle, about DDoS server overload, and everything like that. We're gonna go into those questions later, guys. But first, let's welcome the people who are hearing about Pocket Arena, Castle Defense, for the first time. Alexi, can you give us a TLDR, okay? TLDR about the Pocket Arena project, where it is right now, how it started, and where it is going, so that people who are seeing it for the first time can relate about what they are seeing right now in our stream.
Yeah, so the current status is Pocket Arena is it's essentially a hub of games that you can go to pocketarena.com to see all the different games, and then obviously NFT Castle Defense is the main focus of this AMA and generally our community right now. And you're able to play NFT Castle Defense, which is a castle defense game. It's got kind of a retro feel to it. to earn XP, and that XP can be converted into POC tokens via the Pocket Arena wallet, and then that POC can, once the IGO is live, you'll be able to send it to and withdraw it to your ETH wallet is what we've currently got planned. But I guess that I'm going to quickly go ahead and announce here that one thing that is a very big change is not a change, but an upgrade, is we won't only be launching to the ETH network, we will also be incorporating the BSC network. So when you withdraw your POC when it goes live, then you will be able to benefit from the low BSC fees. That will be delaying our launch by about a week or two, I think. But the only reason for that is because we need to redo our security check. So basically, I believe we were verified by Certic before. Certic has currently had a couple of security issues, and since things that have been verified by Certic have had security issues recently, so that brings that into question slightly. So we want to be as secure as possible. So basically, the plan is we'll be getting re-verified and all our security stuff verified on the BSC network, in addition to the ETH network, as thoroughly verified as possible, and then we'll be going live. So I can just check about what the approximate date is for that.
Yes, please. Anyway, while you check that, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome. I hope you are having a good afternoon. Go on, Alexi. Give us the juicy news.
Yeah. So, and this isn't all, by the way. I have some other cool stuff, but there's a lot, so I've got to sift through and try and remember it. But yeah, so yeah, our IDO firstly will be on paid ignition, not in early October as planned, but it'll be mid to late October, just so that we can get everything sorted properly on BSC. The official date is not announced yet, because we obviously want to make sure that we don't have to change our launch date, and we don't want to mislead you guys, and we want to make sure that we have time to redeploy our smart contract on the BSC network, and we need to re-audit it. That's the word I was looking for. Audit. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, we need to re-audit our BSC smart contract, just so that everyone's happy and make sure that everything's safe, basically, for our users.
Okay. So actually, that is a good news, guys. They're moving on and allowing us to get engaged with the game through the BSC network. Because one of the, of course, let's be real to ourselves. Being in Ethereum is like gulping gas. Like you have no tomorrow.
It is,
right?
it is really tough. I'm not gonna lie. One of the first things that I asked about when I joined the company, I was asking about networks and everything, and I mentioned BSC, and I think it's been within the last couple of months that we've really started realizing this ETH gas is not going below $80, that I can see at least. So we need to try and kind of see if we can incorporate this so that our users can actually be happy, and if it's a play to earn game, there's no reason, we don't get the gas fees from ETH. There's no reason to kind of limit our users to suffer from ETH gas fees. So yeah, we decided to kind of open it up for both. So just to clarify, it won't just be BSC, it'll be both ETH and BSC, which is great because it opens us up to a more versatile user base as well. So.
All right, Alexi. So here's one question that's been popping off right now in our chat, okay? About the castle. Can you tell us a little bit about the castle? How do we buy it? And why is it always out of stock? Out of stock.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, as all NFTs, there is a limited amount. So in the current Luzerne map, which is the map that will be being, I mean, the game is based in the Luzerne map currently, but we'll be releasing land in Q4 at some point. I don't think we have an official release date yet, but we'll be releasing it around the same time as the guild system, I believe. And that will be based on the Luzerne map. That will be the Luzerne map, and in that map there will be a total of 5,000 different castles sold publicly. There will be around, I think, 1,000 to 2,000 castles that will be kept by us, which will never be sold, but they will be kept and allocated to guilds in case they don't have enough castles. Sorry, um, in case they don't have enough castles, so that we can support our guilds and our community. Because obviously, if the value of castles goes up, then we still want to make sure that our players are able to comfortably play the game, and we want to kind of give guilds some sort of safety net. So that's what that's about. But yeah, we'll be never selling those extra I can't remember the exact number, but it's somewhere between 1 and 3k. But yeah, we'll never be selling them, so that will not affect the market price in any way. But the 5,000 castles that will be sold on the market are being sold at, I believe, in batches of 50 twice a day. So that's 100 castles a day. So that will keep going until we sell 5,000 in total. Once 5,000 are sold, then obviously that's when it starts getting interesting in a way. We're still thinking a bit about what the next steps are. Currently, there is a limit on how much you can resell castles for on the castle market. If you go to Pocket Arena and then go to NFT Castle Defense and then go to the castle market, that's where you can buy castles if they're available. They're usually available for, I believe, 99 euros when they're sold by us, but players can resell them on a peer-to-peer market for, I think the maximum currently is 500 euros. Now, usually NFTs don't have a maximum. We actually implemented that maximum value to kind of try and keep our buyers safe, because realistically we don't want people to spend way more money than they actually might need to if they were buying directly from the initial launch. So basically, once we'll look into adjusting that once the initial minting and sale process for the current 5,000 castles has been done. But currently, the maximum peer-to-peer sale price is 500 euros. One thing to note: POC will be enabled as a buying and, I believe, as a buying and selling option for castles once the IDO goes live. I believe that was the plan prior to the BSC integration, and I don't see it that affecting it. So that's something good to know. POC will have multiple uses down the line as well, and we'll be looking into integrating multiple different uses for that over the coming months. Because obviously, as I said, we are fully fledged like game studio. We do have an entire development team of dozens of people, so totaling 50 plus people in the company. So basically, we will be working throughout the year non-stop, more or less. Obviously, we need a break. I don't work weekends, for example, so if I ever don't respond to messages, that's why. But yeah, so we're constantly trying to progress this and make sure that it's as up to scratch as possible, and that'll mean that we'll be adding new POC uses down the line, not in the near future, not in the next couple of months, to my knowledge, other than the POC for NFT castles. But yeah, we'll be adding uses and use cases for that, and we'll also be adding a couple more games over the next year to Pocket Arena, and we'll also be further developing our current games and kind of refining them, making sure that they're in a good state. So yeah.
Okay, so a lot of questions about castle, bro. Can you be a manager without a castle? Basically,
yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I mean, guilds are a very interesting thing, because guilds are a planned feature for the game, which we've announced they'll be coming out in Q4. However, because they're not actually in the game, but they're a very important feature within the game that we kind of plan to base our part of our competitive element of the game around, and a lot of our community building aspects around, and a lot of our competitions around, and everything like that. We've actually gone ahead and started kind of building up the guild system prior to it going live in the game. So as you've noticed in the Discord, we've got several different roles pertaining to, I think there's currently like maybe 20 guilds that are in the server at the moment. And they're currently building up their forces, so to speak. So each guild is maximum 50 members, including the guild manager and the assistant guild manager. And there is an application process. So there's an application which you can find on the NFT Castle Defense Twitter, which is at NFT Castle Def. There you can apply. I haven't actually looked at the applications for a couple of days because I've been busy setting up the current approved applicants, but I will be looking at that in probably a week or so. for new applicants. So we will be constantly taking a look at that. And later this week, the plan is to announce on all social media platforms and kind of like officially congratulate all the first batch of guild managers that have been selected. And we're just kind of I actually have to manually go through and add all the guild members to the role and everything. It's a lot of work, but it's actually kind of fun. It's nice to kind of get in touch with the community properly, because you see people like, and also it's a nice way to do some moderating, because when I add them to the role, I get to see all their chat logs, and I'm like, oh, this guy seems great for the community. This guy's not. but yeah, so there's some fun stuff there, and it's great to kind of get in properly in touch with the community. And yeah, we have, I think, around 300 people who have been added to guild roles so far in the Discord. And yeah, as I said, we'll be announcing on our social medias the names of the guilds and the usernames of the guild managers, so you know who to contact and everything if you want to apply to join their guild. And yeah, but yeah, there is no requirement for becoming a guild manager other than being hardworking, having an actual like, you need to be connected to the community, obviously, so you can actually get members for your guild, and you need to be easy to communicate with. So obviously there isn't an insane amount of workload for guild managers. It's kind of just making sure that everyone in your guild is happy and everything's functioning there. But it's also like getting castles from castle owners if you don't have enough castles, and us getting them so they can be assigned to your guild members. So that takes stress off the guild members, and it also takes stress off of the castle owners. So one question that I've been asked is, what's the incentive for castle owners to give their castles to a guild? If you're giving a castle to a guild, that guild has kind of like premium members, so to speak. So these are people that are a lot more dedicated to the game and have been vetted by the guild managers, so that they will actually put the hours into the game. So we get a lot of questions. How do I make sure that my people actually play, or my castle rent actually plays? One suggestion at the moment, if you're having that issue, is contact a guild. See if they have an available slot for one of their guild members who is grinding hard. And yeah, that's a great way to kind of get that done. So yeah, and that's kind of the process right now. And we'll be doing several events down the line specifically for guilds, but obviously since guilds are limited, we'll be making a total of 99 guilds. By the way, we've announced that a while ago already, and it's been brought up, but I just figured I'd say that for any new viewers. So that'll be a total of, well, I mean, that's 50 times 99. You can do that math yourself. Yeah, so that'll be exciting. So we'll be making sure to integrate non-guild members as well into events, but we will be doing some guild-only community events in addition to that. So that'll be exciting.
Thanks for that answer, Alexi. So more about guilds later, guys. I know you have a lot of questions about guilds. One recurring question here, Alexi, is the play to earn model. So a lot of people here are probably joining us for the first time, seeing Pocket Arena for the first time, seeing Castle Defense for the first time. And you know, guys, Pocket Arena is not just composed of Castle Defense, and it has other games under its umbrella. So Alexi, can you tell us TLDR, like, explain to me like I'm 5 how the play to earn model of Pocket Arena is and how it is being executed?
Yes, so basically the way that it works is the player plays NFT Castle Defense, for example. They can play any of our Pocket Arena games, but NFT Castle Defense has a larger maximum XP that you can earn per day than the other games, because it's a much bigger game. You can play NFT Castle Defense and earn, I can't remember what the cap is on XP because it changes so much. It's changing quite a bit right now because the estimated value of POC has gone up a lot because the community's grown so much and the game's grown so fast. But yeah, so you earn XP, and then once you earn XP, you can go to your PA wallet and transfer your XP into POC, and POC is POC is our token, and once the IDO is live, that's our launch pad for our actual token, then you'll be able to withdraw POC for actual money to the BSC or ETH network. So that's kind of the play to earn feature. That's how you can earn money through playing the game. If you own a castle, you're able to you can resell the castle. It's actually not advised by me personally that you can do whatever you want. But with the land feature coming up, and castles are limited to 5,000 at the moment, so the value in castles could drastically change. But we'll see what happens there. But that's just my personal opinion. Figured I'd throw that in there. But yeah, so basically, one way to get it is through reselling the castle, or you can hire yourself to be your player in game for your castle. Because once you own a castle, you can rent it out to a player and they get XP or additional XP. And you can also assign it to yourself, get XP through that. Once land is in the game, that will be a huge bonus for castle owners. So they'll be able to earn passive XP through just owning a castle and being on a piece of land or plot of land. So that'll be great for castle owners, because a lot of people they ask us like, what's the incentive for castles and castle owners to actually buy a castle, other than just reselling or playing themselves. And that is one thing that we're aware of, and land will be helping address that greatly. And one thing to note is the castle's hashtag, the serial number, so to speak, is actually going to be affected by land a bit. So the better your the lower serial number you have. So for example, if you have serial number 1, then you'll be placed on a higher tier land slot originally once land goes live. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much in the long run, as long as you put in the hours and actually grind for a higher tier land slot. But it's a nice little bonus, a nice little boost for early investors. It's not something that they benefit too greatly from, but it is a notable nice little boost that will give you a head start in the land system. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so we have the castle stuff, and yeah, it's just like any other NFT, guys. The lower your number, or the fancier the number, like 444, whatever, right? 111, 1234. Those are like vanity numbers, and those vanity numbers, like in plate numbers in cars, right? You buy them for much more. So one question here from Bro Boss YT. How are you going to secure the POC price? Is there any other use of POC? I'm afraid that if everyone will start to sell token, price will drop down dramatically. So kindly educate us about the this issue of tokenomics and POC stability, Alexi.
Sure. Now, firstly, I will say I'm not a tokenomics expert, particularly with POC, because that's not my role. But I do have some information to kind of soothe any issues players may be having. So, I mean, the first thing is that there'll be a lockup vesting period on the IDO. So that'll be kind of countering the whole pump and dump aspect of our launch. So once players buy in the IDO, there will be a short lockup investing period, and again that'll be on the paid network, Ignition paid network, and yeah. So another thing is we've already done our private rounds. I believe they just finished up. Private investing and pre-sale rounds for POC have all finished up. Those went incredibly well, by the way. And yep. So the other thing to note is that there will be a limit of 1 billion POC tokens. So that's the maximum token count. So that will also cause some over time. There will be an inflation in the POC. So actual value of POC will rise through the total supply of POC being burnt. That's one thing. So yeah, the cap is, yeah, I'm just confirming. Yeah, the cap is 1 billion. So that would be exciting. And okay. Well, interestingly, we've to quote Yuhi, who is our co-founder, Pocket Arena will be lasting at least the next 10 years, and we're incredibly excited for it. That was a message to us, but I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because that's how confident we are, and we're saying that to our own team about one of our projects. So we're very excited about the current status of Pocket Arena and POC and NFT Castle Defense and how they're doing. And we really love all the support that everyone's been showing us, and we really appreciate it. And we love working with this community, or well, I love working with this community, and I appreciate everyone being a bit patient with everything, because obviously we're kind of catching up as our game kind of flooded with new users and everything like that. We've been trying to catch up and make sure that everyone's happy. So yeah, but yeah, those are the main things for now that I can kind of talk about. Is I think there'll be 1 or 2 mechanics to prevent pump and dumps and the price mechanics will be announced later, since I don't actually know too much more about them, and I think we're still kind of looking into making sure that everyone's happy and safe, because our whole idea is to actually have a long-standing play-to-earn model. As I mentioned, in terms of other blockchain stuff or other uses for POC, so POC will have stuff for, you'll be able to buy castles using POC, sell castles for POC, and a couple of other things down the line. Other things will be added down the line. We are looking into it. But obviously, since we're currently focusing on all of the current updates which we've announced, and the IDO is our absolute priority, so you guys can actually start playing and earning. That is our current focus. So future POC announcements will be use cases and everything will be going live shortly. Well, I say shortly when we have updates, but we are definitely focusing on them, and also future NFT based stuff. We're also looking into that. So yeah, keep an eye out. I think we have a couple of interesting games as well that are being looked into and planned and finishing up development sometime in the near future. So hopefully we'll have a couple of cool game announcements in a couple of months. Fingers crossed. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I've heard some stuff that's pretty exciting. So yeah, and obviously all of these games on Pocket Arena benefit POC. So even if you only played NFT Castle Defense for the rest of time, and NFT Castle Defense got a bit less users, but then all of the other Pocket Arena games got like insane amounts of users, and everyone was playing them, you'd still be benefiting from the increase in value of POC. So that's some fun stuff to think about. But yeah, so that's kind of a generalization of the current info that we have on the IDO and the POC token. I don't know if there's something I missed. If you have any other questions, feel free to throw them at me and I'll answer them if I can. Yeah, so because there's a lot of questions and a lot of stuff to go over. So
basically, there are a lot of questions coming in right now, and I like that you guys can boldly say that Pocket Arena is gonna stay here for 10 years. I like that. You guys, the first team that had boldly said that you're gonna last for 10 years, which is amazing. Okay, a lot of stuff right here. People are being skeptical. I like that people are skeptical. People should be skeptical right now. I'd rather wish that they think that everything is a scam before putting or clicking that send that BNB or Ethereum to the next address that you want to buy. Anyway, so talking about this, being skeptical, guys. Before I ask the question, please like the stream first. We need your like, guys. That's the only thing I ask, I'm not getting anything from this AMA. I'm not getting anything from doing this, but all I want as a payment is a like, guys. Please like. Let's show love to our guests right now. So, going back to my question, Alexi, here's the thing, right? People have been seeing big brand names as partners of Pocket Arena, and people like, those things could be fake, those things could be just manipulated. Come on, tell us the story about these partnerships.
That would be impressive. That would be very impressive. I mean, you can again, like, go do your own research. I don't think I can link in your chat. I don't think I have permission to type in your chat, actually, because it's subscriber only mode. But
yeah, it's just 1 minute. You can subscribe now. Why are you not subscribed in my channel, bro?
I'm slacking. I don't actually use YouTube, unfortunately, too much. But yeah. So if you go to emojigames.io. You can kind of find all of our information about the company. You can also go to our LinkedIn page, our Twitter, pretty much whatever you want. Again, do your own research. We have been around for a very long time, and we intend to be around for a very long time to come. So also one thing to note, which I missed about security for POC, is that we will be using POC for the future payment of all our NFTs within Pocket Arena. And for POC, we just got the regulatory clearance from the Swiss SEC, which is FINMA, as a utility token. So I believe, because we're based in Switzerland, I believe that's just legal clearance to kind of go ahead and proceed with POC as our regulatory token. So that's fun stuff.
Okay. Ian. Ian is saying here, baka naman community giveaway. Only if I had a castle, I would give it away, guys. But sorry, I don't have any castle to give away for you guys.
I don't even have a castle.
Oh, even Alexi doesn't have a castle. No special treatment here, guys.
If I had a castle, I wouldn't give it away. I'd keep it. I'm diamond handing that. I actually don't own a castle. I was trying to snipe castles for a while when I just before I got the role at Pocket Arena, but then I got carried away and I haven't had time since, and it's tough. But so unfortunately, we don't have any actual castles to give away. But again, you don't actually need a castle to earn within Pocket Arena, which is a great benefit. You can rent someone else's castle and earn XP through that. So, for free.
Okay. Next, patanong ko, may advantage ba ang pag-recruit ng castle owner sa guild? I've been picked as one of the guild manager, but so far ako lang ang castle owner and 30 of my members are all scholars. So, let me just translate that. Is there an advantage if somebody recruits castle owners inside a guild? Because as of now, this guy who's asking this has been picked as one of your guild manager, but so far every member he has are all scholars. So is there an advantage to finding someone with a castle?
I will say the whole your members only being scholars thing is actually kind of how we intend for it to work. So I wouldn't worry about that. There is absolutely no negative to having a castle in a guild. You can play with your own castle. You can lend out your castles to your co-guild members. The basic idea is that the guild manager will help to distribute the NFT castles throughout the guilds to people who don't already have access to castles. And the idea is that the guild will contain actual players, so people who are actively playing the game and earning XP, whether those are castle owners or players or people renting, anything you like. That's the idea of that. NFT castle owners, if you're not playing, you do not actually need to be a part of the guild, but you can still rent out your castles to a specific guild and support that guild, and then you will also be reaping the rewards of that guild when they grind and get XP, and also for any bonus XP from future events, etc. So that's one thing to note. So one thing we might see down the line is more people kind of competing to actually get their castle be rented out by guilds rather than guilds trying to get their castle to rent, if that makes sense. So we might see a nice little reverse on that at some point. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so you don't need to own a castle to join a guild. There's no requirement on that.
Okay, Alexi, one question here, right? What would be the cons if you own castles and don't have a guild? So it's a reverse thing. No guild, but you have a castle.
Thing. So reverse thing. If you own a castle, and you're not in a guild, or you're not renting to a guild, then there is no real con other than that you need to find an actual trustworthy person who will grind and actually consistently get you the XP that you want per day. So that's one thing to note. That's the main thing, because a lot of people do have issues with that, because it's hard to find a dedicated player who's committed to to the actual game and enjoys the game. Well, I mean, it's not hard to find someone who enjoys the game, actually, just looking at this channel and the chat, but it's hard to find someone who has the time to kind of spend on the game consistently, sometimes, because there are, as I said, thousands of castles, for 5,000. So yeah, that's kind of the main incentive. Is obviously if you give your castle rented to a guild, then the guild will. I'm not sure what the current cut plans are, like how much cut the guild in general will get from the rental agreement with the castle owner. I think that's adjustable by the guild manager as well. The idea is that the guild kind of can set their own terms for what sort of distribution rewards they want to give their members. And then obviously the castle owners can also negotiate with the guilds to make sure that everyone's happy. So it's very much giving power to the players in that sense. So that's very exciting. But yeah, so yeah, you won't really be losing out on anything other than a strong, steady, like competitive pool of players that you could be using. So obviously the idea of guilds isn't to take away from players who aren't in guilds. It's just to kind of support community members that are, you know, trying their best and putting a lot into the game and are active members of the community. So that's kind of the general idea. It's not to take away from anyone. It's just to help people out and support people that wanna be a long-standing community member in the game and a long-standing player. So yeah.
All right, so we have the castle now being sold at 50 per batch times 2 per day. All you have to do is snipe it, guys. That's the challenge here. You want a castle, you need to be monitoring your screen in order to snipe that. Because if I'm not mistaken, the time that the castles pop out for sale is random, completely random. Okay, so here about the land. So when you have a castle, does it necessarily mean that you already get a land, or are those going to be sold separately?
Land will not be sold. Just to clarify, this won't be some random cost that will come up and we'll be like, hey, actually, we know we said that castle owners get passive land XP, but also give us more money. That's not something that will come up. Land will be free. There will be more land slots than there are castles. So I can't remember exactly how many land slots. I believe it might be like 11,000 or something, off the top of my head, but that could be wrong. But yeah, so the idea is that castles will be able to be on land slots for free. Because obviously you've already made the investment with your castle. That's the idea. Like this is rewarding people who have invested into the game. So essentially, once your castle is on a piece of land, you will then be able to compete with other castle owners to get a higher tier piece of land. So, for example, you might go from desert to forest land, which I believe forest has a slightly higher XP passive income, and then you'll be competing to kind of get all the way up. And each land area does have limited sections, limited land slots that scale downwards. So, for example, King, I believe there's only one slot of king land, and that gets a good lump sum of XP, let's say. So that'll be like that's kind of idea. Is the main focus will be the king plot of land to see who can maintain that, and players will be fighting for it. But obviously the land slots around it will also be very beneficial.
All right. So guys, before I continue with the questions, I would like to request for the like again. Please tickle that like button. And just as a note, okay, in Philippine time, it is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So it's random between that for the first batch, and the second batch is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So if you want to snipe, it's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You gotta wake up early, okay? And 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and random in between for that, okay? Please like Castle Defense Pocket Arena PH for all managers. And okay, one question, Alexi. So a lot of people here are probably interested in getting in as a scholar, you know, being rented out a castle for them. Do you have a social function that connects managers and possible scholars, or what avenue if the answer is no?
So I mean, there is the actual feature in game is that you can go to the castle listing and see who's currently looking to rent out their castles, and you can apply. You can just click apply to rent. There's not too many additional features. There's not a personalized message or anything. But that's honestly one of the easiest ways to do it, is just slam apply on a bunch of castles that you would want to rent. Another way is to join the Discord, which we're currently in, which you can find in the Castle Arena Twitter, which is at Castle NFT Castle Def, or at Pocket Arena on Twitter, or our Telegram, or anywhere. You can pretty much find our Discord. And if you have any issues, you can. I'm sure you can find it somehow. It shouldn't be too much of a challenge. But yeah, in the Discord or Telegram group, you should be able to also find people to rent castles from directly. So that's also another thing to note. One thing I do want to say, which isn't related to the question, but we do also have the live AMA questions channel above us, which I do want to go through at some point to kind of answer those questions.
Yes, please kindly go ahead and answer questions that you are getting there as well. There are a lot of confusions about the land and castle I'm seeing in the chat. And of course, it's normal. Until we get to that point where we actually experience those features, it's gonna be a little bit confusing for us. But I think I agree with Alexi here. The best way to get these questions answered on a personal basis or whatever, like somebody who is knowledgeable walking you through it, is just by, of course, joining their social channels like Discord and things like that. A lot of people is gonna help you with that, right? Anyway, Alexi, let's just steer a little bit away from the normal POC question, castle defense question and etc. Here's one thing, like a personal question. What do you get out of being involved here in this project? Like your personal gain and personal reason for doing this, probably.
Like me personally, firstly, I really like the crypto space. I think it's really interesting and really, it's a very interesting development in the digital era, and I think that it's definitely something that I personally wanted to be a part of, and am part of, and I'm happy that I'm part of, particularly in the direction that it's gradually going in the long run. I think is hopefully healthy, and more than anything, it's a very fun role. I actually really like interacting with game communities and people that are like-minded, and people that I can easily come to terms with and see eye to eye with and get along with, and help guide them to make sure that they're happy, basically, in a community. I haven't done community management before, but I have done a lot of community-based stuff and content creation. So I personally am quite comfortable in this role, or I feel comfortable in this role. Obviously, how good I am at it, that's up to you guys. But I do enjoy it. Is my point. And I just more wanted to kind of explore the crypto space from more of a POV perspective, rather than like an inside perspective, rather than an outside perspective, because it's very interesting from the inside to kind of see how things are working and see how everything's working. And also, I'm not gonna lie, when I opened up NFT Castle Defense and I saw the rental system already fully implemented, that very much got me excited. I was like, this is really cool. I have some free time. This is a great project. It seems really, really cool, and there's an actual team, an actual development company behind it. That's awesome. Let me reach out and see what's up, see if they need any help. And then, luckily they needed help, because that's why I'm here now. But yeah, I just very much enjoy the scene and the community, and it's a nice role.
Okay, cool. Alexi, so here's one important question that I think would always be asked by people right now. About the expected time a person would sink into the game. Let's say I'm a scholar. How much time would be expected of me to play this game? And the earning part of this game. Do you have an estimate, like numbers that you could give to our audience right now, so they could more or less, I don't know what's the term. Guys, ano bang English ng tansya? Estimate, okay.
Estimate. Yeah, estimated like earnings per day from a place.
Yes, something like that. Let's talk money.
Okay, so this is interesting, which will benefit. Well, I mean, everyone in the room, but it'll benefit older players a little more. So, as has been discussed, there is a cap on how much XP you can earn per day. That cap has changed quite a bit over the last few weeks and last month, and then so has the XP to POC exchange rate. That is because our player base has grown an extremely large amount compared to what we were originally planning. So all that actually means is that the actual value of POC has increased in a way. So to balance out player earnings and future player earnings, so that you're still earning a good amount per day, we've actually decreased the cap on XP values. So you can essentially earn less XP per day, and then you do receive less POC, but once you withdraw it, it will have the same value consistently as it would if you were to take our estimated value of it like 2 months ago. However, that also means that players that have been around and have gained more XP before the limit was changed will benefit greatly from actually having that POC and XP saved up from when there were higher potential caps per day from XP and lower exchange rates on POC. So that's exciting to think about, particularly longer term players or players now. Definitely now's the time to get in, I'd say. I mean, any time's the time to get in, but yeah. So it's definitely exciting to think about that when we lower the XP and POC exchange rates, that is not negatively affecting you. It is, in theory, positively affecting you, because it means that the value of POC has gone up enough that we need to quickly do something to balance it out before the IDO goes live. And use cases for POC are constantly being thought about and discussed among us, and our goal is to very much keep POC as a long-term token with utility. So
Okay, so let me just read here Brian Aquino's comment here as a follow-up for that answer. I hope you don't mind. I'll be speaking Filipino because, max per day 1K sa scholar or player. Then magkaka 4K XP yung castle, sabay yun makukuha kung tagal naman para maka 1K ako XP. 5 to 6 hours ako naglalaro per day. Oh, somebody here is playing 5 to 6 hours in order to get... Correct me if I'm wrong. Brian, you're playing 5 to 6 hours in order to reach the quota. Is that right? So anyway, I'll just wait for your answer here in the chat. When can we sell our castles? Because until it's not visible to other players, that's why the castle is always sold out. Is there a marketplace already, Alexi?
You can. Oh, okay. So what it may be currently is, I think we've currently paused. We've currently paused some castle market operations because we're doing security upgrades. We had some issues because we were trading in fiat and selling our castles for fiat. It means that people were using credit cards to directly purchase, and then people were basically saying to their banks, this is I didn't make this purchase, or whatever. They were filing claims against us that it was an incorrect purchase, and that was creating issues for us, which is another reason that we're swapping to POC, and another reason that crypto is great, because people can't turn over and decide that they're mad at you for their own purchase. Yeah, so we're currently limiting certain functions within the castle market, I believe, then, and that will be fixed shortly. We're just upgrading our security measures so that we don't have any more issues with that, which obviously is also good for players, because it means that your funds are safe and everything. But yeah, so that's one thing to note. I'd keep an eye out on the castle market for the daily castle batch releases. That's kind of the best way to get castles at the moment. Obviously, if you want to buy someone else's castle, go for it. But I'm not sure if it's currently possible to sell your castle for at least a couple of days. I'm not sure what the estimation was. I actually think the original estimation was a day for the security upgrade, but it's gone a little longer because we found another potential issue that we just want to verify first and fix before that goes back live. But yeah, that shouldn't be too much longer, and it's definitely going back up soon. And then POC will also be an acceptable or available thing to buy all NFTs with. So
Yeah. Okay, so just to clarify from a while ago, because it's being asked again, no more castles to be sold after 5,000. So early players are gonna benefit, correct? Right.
yeah, and
Yes.
and just to note, everyone that's currently in, so to speak, that's what I'd consider an early player. Anything prior to when we finish selling the castle, the 5,000 castles, that's when you may see the price of the castles kind of change, fluctuate. I'm not sure exactly quite what will happen to the price of the castles. That's kind of up to you guys. But yeah, so this is kind of the prime time to get in if you're interested in investing into the castle side of things. Obviously, you can also invest into POC, the actual token, once it's live. You could just buy that directly and hold it. That's another thing you could do. But yeah, so also I realized that I didn't actually answer you one of the questions earlier. If I ever miss a question or don't properly answer it, please let me know. Because it's just my brain being slow. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I kind of relate.
so yeah, it's still slightly early. It's been a long life, but yeah. So how much you have to play per day? That is, I mean, again, it's completely up to you. But since you're renting from a castle owner, in most cases, you kind of do have to hit a quota that your castle owner is happy with. So that's something you can discuss with the castle owner if you can get in touch with them, or just do the best you can. But obviously, I don't think that it's, particularly with the XP cap values decreasing over time, it may actually, that's leading to less hours that you need to be playing the game to hit the XP cap, so to speak. So that's something interesting, and also kind of a benefit to players, is that you're not forced to spend time excessively playing the game. But I don't know what players are currently spending playing the game actually. I think it's a good amount of time. I think it is around like that 4 to 5 hours some of the time.
Yeah.
But again, it always require
Is there any
an
talks?
intense amount.
Yeah,
Is there
about,
any what?
I mean, no. Is there any talks about adjusting that grind time, that time sync, or probably like adding a ×2, ×3 speed on the castle defense?
There is already
And by
a
the way,
×2
this game
speed.
is savage, bro. It's always defeating me. I haven't won anything yet in this stage. Oh my god, we've been live for an hour and I haven't won this stage.
What the?
I don't have any castle, guys. It's savage.
Okay, you may need to step it up.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, no,
I have no idea. I have no other choices but to drop these things that I couldn't upgrade right now because I don't have any castle. So basically, I've been doing everything that I could just do. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, as a player as well, and a person inside the trying to invest in NFT, trying to invest in crypto, I think yeah, my personal sentiment, if there's a way that you could just lessen the time grind needed, that would be really beneficial to people,
Yeah,
so that we
so-
could have other things to do.
Yeah. I mean, I personally am a fan of that as well. I think the play to earn games are great, but I'm not a fan of something that deteriorates someone's mental health or their social life or their ability to do other things. So I think that one thing to note is that making sure that you do have a lower kind of time that you need to be maintaining and playing the game is something that is important to us. But it's also important to us that it's up to you how much time you spend playing the game. But we will, as I said, as XP caps lower, that also means you need to spend less time playing the game. One thing that has been discussed and surprisingly requested is players. We have the 2x speed. Players have requested 4x speed, 3x speed, whatever. That wasn't something we were initially planning. It has been brought up, and it's now in our logs. We have noted it, and we are looking into implementing it in the future. I'm not sure if it will actually be implemented or how long down the line it will be implemented, but it's definitely something that we do. We are considering, we are greatly looking into, because also we do want to leave you guys time to experience our other Pocket Arena games if you want to. We don't want everyone that's playing NFT Castle Defense to be stuck playing NFT Castle Defense all day long. So that's another thing. But I mean, it's definitely something that we're keeping an eye on, and we will be adding more features in future. And also, I believe, I'm not sure the XP gain from Castle Arena will be, which is like the land battles, because you'll also be gaining XP from like fighting to get land and everything like that. I'm not sure what the XP gain will be from actually fighting. It may be higher, which may also increase the decrease the time that you need to play per day to maintain it. But I'm not completely sure what the numbers are on that. That's something that I'll have to look into. But
Guys,
that
Castle
could
is
also be-
available right now. I couldn't buy. How can I buy with my credit card while I am streaming? So it's yours. Damn it.
Is it up?
Right?
Let me.
How
let me
can I
check.
buy? I'm streaming. I cannot put out my credit
Nah,
card
I mean,
information.
you just gotta give them the credit card. That's the only solution. Just do it live. Just commit to it.
How can I? This is, guys. I'm telling you, this is one of the disadvantage of trust me, this is one of the disadvantage of a content creator. The moment you've been creating contents, and like this is an extreme example, right? I'm streaming, the castle just became available. I couldn't buy. What am I gonna do? Leave you out here and just buy? So, right? This is so sad, guys. It's time. Castles are available. Let me refresh this if it's gonna still be available or gone. So they're still here. There's still 19 castles available. So if you guys are here, oh my god, Alexi, how am I gonna buy now? This is so sad.
I mean, you should have been ready. Where's the commitment?
Yeah. Anyway, let me just refresh this and see if the numbers are getting lower. Oh, there are 13 castles available now. Okay, multi-tab already solved. One more thing, tech support said you could play one account at the same time. You need to log out and log in. Multiple browser applied. Please clarify that, Mr. Alexi. So, multiple accounts or multiple tabs. Can you talk about that?
Multiple accounts and multiple tabs. Yes, I can talk about that. So, I mean, one thing I do want to say is we've recently implemented a feature which we actually, I will say, we poorly implemented, and we were not happy with the implementation of that. And we're sorry about the confusion that caused for like the one morning it was in the game, which was like you can only earn XP every 5 minutes or something. That was very poorly executed from us. That was to stop botting, but we didn't very much think it through. It went live a little early, and that's been fixed already, thankfully. But yeah, so we are working on certain additional security measures to stop botting and multi-tabbing and everything like that, and multi-accounting. It is one account per person. So if you are found to be using multiple accounts, then you may be hit with a ban hammer, particularly if it's on the same device or anything like that. I'd greatly recommend sticking to one account, or don't use more than one account.
Oh wait, somebody suggesting I use my mobile device to buy, but there are only 3 castles left. Oh my god, my bounce.
You only need one.
Yeah. How do I do this? Oh man, Pocket Arena. Oh shucks. I remember I just refreshed or reformatted my phone. This is gonna be gone as soon as I get my credit card. Yeah. Bye castles. Bye. Bye.
They'll come back up for sale. I'm gonna quickly look through the live AMA questions. Take a look at if there's anything that I've missed.
Yes, please. So if you could go and check it out.
So 1PH Ken, what is the possible value of a castle 200k XP? I mean, that depends on your castle serial number and how castle numbers kind of change once we finish selling the 5,000 initial castles directly from us. So when it's peer-to-peer, it depends how soon you want to sell it, but I'm pretty sure if you sold on the castle market once the security updates have gone live, then you would probably be able to sell that for around 500 euros, I expect. I think that's the current limit on how much you can sell them for from peer-to-peer. So does Land War have a time limit? No, I don't believe it does. To my knowledge, Land War is something that you can do a certain amount of battles per day, and then XP is distributed to landowners once a day, I think. That's the number on it. So a certain amount is accumulated over time in the day, and then it's distributed to you passively. How can a man join the AMA? Okay, the channel is unfortunately 25 people maximum because we have our cameras on, and Discord doesn't like people using many cameras at once. So, can sponsors with several castles join their castles on different guilds, since Yeah, so there is. I mean, sponsors can do whatever they want. If you own a castle and you want to rent out your castle, you can do whatever you want, and you can rent it to whoever you want. You won't be penalized for it. It's kind of up to you to choose which guilds you want to support. If you want to support multiple guilds, go for it. If you've got friends in multiple guilds, it's completely up to you. Yeah. So.
Here,
So
Alexi, one
yeah.
account, 3 user playing at the same time. One player log in first and the other player log out, and so on. Are this activity okay?
So I'm not sure what the benefit is of 3 people using one account. I guess unless you guys don't have time, but multiple people using one account, I believe that is okay. To my knowledge, if you're using all one account, that is okay. But if you're all using multiple accounts and sharing multiple accounts, that's not okay. So I believe there isn't an issue with that, because the only reason that we limit the accounts that you have is to stop people inflating the value of POC and basically abusing the system. But if multiple people are using one account, they're actually sharing the XP that they get in 3 ways, or however many people are using the account. So that's not negatively impacting the rest of the people that aren't a part of their decision to all use that account. So that's not, to my knowledge, that there's no actual issues with that. Yeah. Did I miss any questions? Oh, how will Pocket Arena maintain 1 billion POC for 10 years? Taking issue on SLP right now. Well, I mean, one thing to note is, I mean, if we're talking about Axie, I am also an Axie investor. I think I have about 10 Axies or something. But I do think that SLP, once they introduce a few additional mechanics, will be fine. Every single cryptocurrency, it is the nature of cryptocurrency, does have ups and downs. That is just how it works. And particularly in play to earn games, lulls in between features getting released and everything like that, that they will happen. It is inevitable. But maintaining a healthy sort of balance between everything is something that we're very much aiming to do, and we'll be doing that via certain additional tokenomics, which we'll be announcing later, in addition to additional use cases for POC and additional sort of measures to make sure that our users are actually safe and their funds are safe and everyone is actually able to play and earn a reasonable amount. So yeah, so that's not perfectly answering your question, but again, that's because I'm not personally in charge of the IDO and tokenomics, so I don't know everything. But I from what I know, I've heard a couple of interesting tokenomic things that definitely sound like they will be very healthy in the long term. Whether they're implemented as the IDO goes live or not, I'm not sure. But the IDO has a lot of safety precautions to prevent initial pump and dump and inflation and deflation. So that'll be safe in that regard. And then over time, we'll be adding constantly updates and more use cases for POC. So as I mentioned, we are planning to stick around for the long term. So is there a token lock before we can cash out? Possible burning mechanics for players. I've mentioned possible burning mechanics. All NFTs for future games and future sales on the market will be using POC. So additional burning mechanics will be probably implemented as well. And the question of, is there a token lock before we cash out? I know there is a locking vesting period. I'm not sure how long it is, but I know that on the IDO there's an initial locking vesting period to prevent.
I think it's years, bro. I checked it
No.
out. I think it takes for the private. Is it private or you're talking about pre-sale? I think.
Oh no, I'm talking about the actual vesting period of like. Sorry, what were you referencing? Because I can answer that question first.
Yeah, I think that was for I don't know if there's still a private sale or whatever. Anyway, for every private sale that's happening, there's always a vesting period anyway. It's a So here's a question. One question that's been popping off over and over again is an estimate of the POC, of course, value. It's always coming up here. And also, is there a way for the scholarship program to become 50-50, or probably could be set up manually by the manager himself and do
So
deals that way?
I will answer the scholarship question first and then get to the IDO one. So the scholarship
Okay.
question is something we're very aware of. It's something that's a little tricky for us to implement into the game because our tech team and developers are currently so busy with all the other features that have been brought up. But within the guild system, there will be a few modifications to XP sharing and everything like that. But I think from peer-to-peer rentals, to my knowledge, there's not a planned release for the date that people can manually adjust that. But it is definitely on our radar, and we are looking into it. I'm not sure if it's something that it may be something that comes sooner than expected. Like I don't know too much about it, is what I'm saying, but it's definitely on our radar. So we may end up releasing that change sooner rather than later. But it won't be like there's no set date for its release, unfortunately. Regarding the IDO and the price of POC, the price of POC is something that I now actually know the planned price of POC as of today, but I've been instructed that I cannot divulge it to our community quite yet. But I know that private investors have already been informed of the value, which Dexter, I'm not sure if you fall under that umbrella, but but yeah, so I unfortunately can't announce that, but I did do some fun maths earlier, actually, just for the fun of it, on the XP to POC current exchange rate values and everything like that, and then I actually also might have looked at the average per day on Axie at the moment, and it's looking interesting. Let's put it like that. But yeah, I can't go too much into it because I don't want to get shouted at. But it's definitely looking pretty interesting and promising and healthy. But yeah, I can't release the actual official initial IDO sale price for POC.
Okay. So best way, guys. We're all in this together. If we want more information, the fastest way to get those information, of course, is firsthand, of course, coming from the team. And in order to reach them, Discord is the easiest way. Or what would you prefer, Alexi? Discord or Telegram?
Well, I'm a big Discord fan. That's where, if you want to get in contact with me, Discord is the way. I have an extremely large amount of messages constantly, and I'm currently monitoring and setting up all the guild stuff as well. So if I take a day or two or an hour or two to respond to your message, my apologies. I will try to get to it. If I don't respond, just at me again, and I'll get there. But yeah, that's the best way to get in contact with me. Telegram is also quite active. John and Yanita are very active then. So is Sean, they're also in the marketing and community PA team. They're great. That's a great way to get in contact with them. I think Yanita's actually in this call as well, so she's listening in, making sure I don't badmouth her. So is John, actually. But yeah, so they're also active in the Discord as well. On occasion, they help out on all our social medias and mediums. But yeah, so Discord's the best way to get in contact one-on-one. Telegram also works, and then to keep up to date on official stuff, you can check the Discord announcements, pinned messages in the Telegram, or either Pocket Arena at Pocket Arena on Twitter, or at NFT Castle Def on Twitter, which is the NFT Castle Defense official Twitter, which usually has more guild-related stuff and community-related stuff, and more specific to the NFT Castle Defense game rather than just Pocket Arena. But obviously, you know, we're looking on kind of refining that social media process as time goes on. So this is still quite early, but yeah, so that's kind of the best way to get in touch. And if you have any technical support that you need help with, one good solution is to just go ahead and email service@pocketarena.com, I believe. Let me just check that I haven't given you the wrong email. But if you're looking at service@pocketarena.com. So if you have an issue in game, a bug or something like that, or an account issue, then that's the best way to do it, because obviously I can't personally change things in game. I'm more of a community man, and just to help you out if you need guidance in the game. So yeah, one thing to note is I think John or Unita can maybe, if they're here, they can comment on this a bit. But I think we've recently been working on a nice little FAQ section and updating all our FAQs and do some don't stuff, just so that we can kind of help our community kind of get properly into things. It's been on my to-do list for a little bit, and I actually, because I got so distracted with the guild stuff and I've been so busy with that, I haven't had as much time as I wanted to work on that. So that's been John and Sean and Unita have kind of done the bulk of that. So that's exciting. Hopefully that will be live soon if it's not live already, and then we'll be posting that everywhere, making sure that everyone's kind of up to date on everything, and then we'll be updating our FAQs regularly. So
I like that. I like that. That FAQ file, that FAQ thingy, probably put it on Gitbook so you can update it regularly.
Definitely. Yeah, the entire every like, even just playtime games or crypto games or blockchain games in general, they're very hard to kind of get a grasp of as a new user, and they're not very user friendly. And we aim to be more user friendly by being in browser and a few various other things. And that is something we aim to do, but obviously it is still very complicated, and it is also quite an intricate system that is sometimes hard to wrap your head around. So the FAQs being up to date is something that is important to us and has been slightly backlogged by me. Oopsie. But yeah, it's something that's definitely on our radar, and we will be updating that very shortly. We have done work on that recently. So
I'm sorry, Alexi, for I keep on smiling in camera. These people here in chat are always... I don't know if somebody has already asked you this, but you look like either Ed Sheeran or Miracle.
Or who?
Have you heard that before? You look like Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran.
I haven't, and I don't know why. I do like a little Ed Sheeran. I haven't got that before. It might be because I sound English. That might be why. But no, I haven't heard the Ed Sheeran thing before, mostly because we have very different hair and very different hair color. But yeah, I have not heard that before at all. Who was the other person you said?
Miracle. Miracle from the pro player, right?
Miracle. Let me go.
Let's go check that out. Oh, I'm gonna check that out.
Sorry,
Miracle,
this is
bro.
We've gone a bit off topic, but I've
yeah, we gotta see, man. Let's keep it interesting for everyone.
Really,
guys. More of Ed Sheeran. I go for Ed Sheeran.
You go for Ed Sheeran. I'd go for neither. I'm happy to draw comparisons because I think they're both
good looking, bro. They're good looking. Guys, no problem.
So I'll take the comparison, but I don't see Ed. Ed can also grow an actual beard. I just grow. I'm missing bits on my face, unfortunately. But yeah. hopefully one day I'll be a true Ed Sheeran. We'll do an NFT Castle Defense music video or something.
Yes, people will like that. Like, I would watch that. Alexi singing an Ed Sheeran song. It would be fun. It would be, it would be a breath of fresh air. Anyway, guys, we're almost 1 hour and 30 minutes in to our stream. I know we would like to have more time to be here online with you, but if you have your final questions, kindly drop them in right now in our chat box, and I will try to sift them in. Alexi is also reading the chat right now, so this is our chance to ask things that we could expect in this game. Pasample Ed Sheeran ni Alexi, they want you to sing, bro.
No, unfortunately, while I do enjoy singing, my singing standards are not up to par. So I won't be doing any singing for you, but maybe one day, if Pocket Arena reaches 1 million followers, I'll do a live karaoke night. Let's go.
Oh, let's go, boys. Let's go,
1 million
guys.
followers is pushing it. Okay, let's do. If Pocket Arena reaches 100k followers, I'll do a live karaoke night.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
You can quote me on that.
Okay, you heard it from him, guys. Let's take this think 100,000. Hey, when can they cash out? This is a valid question. We haven't answered that about the play to earn aspect.
So you're talking about Wrapped Euro, right?
Yeah,
Or
Pocket Arena cash out, or how do we like if we
I
we
mean,
earn
the same.
tokens already? When do we turn them into real money?
Yeah, we so in regards to everything will be done. I'm not sure if the actual process will be. Oh, my camera's unfocused. But yeah, I'm not sure if the process will be that we transfer POC or the wrapped euro directly into its equivalent value in POC when you withdraw it, or if it will be withdrawn to normal euro on, for example, the Binance exchange. I'm not sure what the process for that will be, but to my knowledge, it will go live alongside the POC IDO. So everything will be withdrawable once the POC IDO is live. That is the idea.
Okay.
I don't think there should be any issue with incorporating the wrapped euro with that, and that is something that we are aware of, and we do want players to actually do that, because obviously we don't have access to the funds that, like your funds that you've sold to your castle for, so it doesn't benefit us just having them sit there. It's more of a security risk for us than anything. But I mean, luckily our security is très bien. But yeah, so that's one thing to note, is that it is something that we're aware of, and we do want to get that up and running. We're just waiting for actual IDO to go live, and that will be, as I said, it will be mid to late October. The initial date was, I believe, early to mid October, which has been delayed by a week or two, just because we are now incorporating BSC network in addition to the Ethereum network that was originally planned. So you guys will be able to withdraw for some juicy low gas fees. It will be launched on paid ignition network. Later on, things like PancakeSwap and stuff will also be available. But initially, it'll be primarily the paid ignition network and or paid network ignition. And you can find that, more details of that on our social medias. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and ask me about that. But yeah, hopefully that kind of clears up any wrapped euro or wrapped POC questions regarding that, and any questions down the line, I'm happy to answer as well. I will say that the official date for the IDO is not confirmed yet, hence why we haven't told you, but we have confirmed that it is mid to late October, because obviously we're negotiating with the paid ignition guys, and then we had to change it again because we need to redo all our security stuff once we've redeployed the smart contracts to BSC, just to make sure that everything is properly safe. So
Yeah, so guys, because I've read in the question there, it's gonna be ERC20, so that's the answer there. We're going to have options where we want to play, like BSC, Ethereum mainnet. Okay, guild. Are we gonna go head to head with other guilds, like smash each other's skulls?
that is the plan. I mean, okay, so I'll answer this, and then I think personally, I really need some lunch, so I think
Yeah, because it's 1 hour and 30 already.
But yeah, so regarding guilds and guild competition is something that we're already it's very much at the forefront of my brain, thinking about it constantly, because with guilds not being officially in the game yet, because they're not officially in the game, but the guild system is already being incorporated through the community and Discord and everything. I already want to get something for actual guild members to do. We've discussed this a little bit, and I'll be discussing it more with my team members and kind of figuring out what kind of route we want to go down with that. But the plan is to have events that will be they won't be too crazy to start with before the actual guilds are in the game. But yeah, the idea is that we will be monitoring the actual success of each guild once the guilds are fully set up in the next week or so. I'll start looking into that a little more. So we will be monitoring which guilds are actually performing the best, and also looking to reward the guilds that are performing the best, because obviously if you work hard, you do get rewarded. That is a general concept that we look to push. So yeah, so that's just something to keep an eye out for. Any announcements to do with guild events or community events in the Discord is the best place to find them, because that's where a lot of the guild stuff is based. So definitely look to join that. I think we reached 2,000 Discord members recently, which is a nice little check mark. So that's good. We recently did that, because I think we only launched about 3 weeks ago or so. That was one of the original things that I did when I joined Pocket Arena, was I started looking into getting the Discord fully launched and everything. So that's a nice little landmark for us to celebrate. But yeah, so that's one thing to note is that we will be doing some guild related events and general community events as well in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. And if you have any great suggestions, feel free to put them in the suggestions channel, or let me know what they are. Because as I've said this before, but the bug reports and community feedback channel in Discord, I already see someone typing the community feedback. Yeah, so those channels I do actually look at actively. I don't respond to things in there because it would mean that I would spend 99% of my time just talking to people about why we can do things, can't do certain things. But I do look at them, and our team does look at them and take a look at them and take them in. So feel free to put any ideas for events or community-based things or how to handle certain things, or any general feedback in there, and we'll be sure to take a look. So yeah.
Okay. So I know, guys, you have a lot of questions. I do have lots of questions too, and I would love for Alexi to answer those. But yeah, let's let the guy take his lunch, guys. We've been here 1 hour and a half. So my suggestion is, since he's gonna be fixing up the frequently asked questions document, just go to the Discord, guys. A lot of people I've noticed in chat, a lot of people in chat are willingly answering the questions. So I'll just do a rundown of what I've learned so far in this AMA, okay? I'm sorry if I miss anything, but first, okay, this is already playable. This is from Pocket Arena, and one of the games that they have here is the NFT Castle Defense. Now, NFT Castle Defense, they have 5,000 castles for sale, and they're only selling 100 per day, divided into 2 batches. So that's 50 for batch 1 and another 50 castles for batch 2. You have to get ready every because the time is a bit random, okay? So ask the people within this chat or Discord to go get more information about that, because you have to really be sniping this castle in order to get them. About the guilds, to get in touch with people within the guilds, you go to the Telegram or probably in Discord as well. There are people there that you could talk to. Thank you, MJ, for renting out your castle to me live on stream. We saw the castles become available a while ago. It took about 2 or 3 minutes before they sold out, probably at max 4 minutes. So if you get at the right timing and just find that the castle is available, then go for it. Yeah, there are gonna be guild events and there are gonna be guild managers. You don't need to have a castle in order to be admitted into a guild. You can play the game. It's free to play as early as now. You can do it, you can play. And yeah, I don't know if I missed any more. Okay, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Abang-abang lang kayo, guys. So, gawa na rin content about PA Sir Ross Charles. Yan. Welcome, brother Ross, to our stream, you know. Anyway, Alexi, thank you for your time. Is there anything or any more you would like to say to our people listening in right now?
Well, I mean, I would say, I don't know if you've got a link to the Discord, but maybe pop that in chat as well, because I'm not sure how easy it is to find. We had an issue with our Discord invite link actually expiring, which was frustrating, because that was my bad. I think I set it to expire in 7 days instead of expire never. But yeah, so just you know, have fun, keep grinding, bear with us. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, contact Yanita, contact John, contact Sean. Just flood that. No, don't flood our DMs. But yeah, please do be patient with us, because we are, as I said, the game has grown an extraordinary amount, and we want to actually be able to healthily keep supporting our player base and our users. And so please do be patient with us, and we are getting around to everything slowly but surely. More news on the IDO and community events coming soon. The FAQ questions will be updated very shortly, if not already. I will get you more details later this week, and also we'll be doing the announcement of the guild names and current guild managers later this week as well. Fingers crossed. So watch out for that on our social media platforms. And also to note, if I do not respond to your DMs on weekends, it's because I'm sleeping. I currently don't work weekends, so if please bear with me there. So feel free to wait till Monday if you want to. But yeah, if you message me on a weekend and I don't respond, please don't be sad. But I'll get to you eventually. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, brother RM. I was thinking about the birthday guy that we went to a while ago. Is Dave? I mean last night, JM. So sorry about that. RM, thank you for lending me your castle. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the time you took this afternoon just to join us. And yeah, I hope to see you again next time. If you need any help, go to the Discord. I just placed the Discord link in the chat. The IDO will be announced. It probably would be very soon. Yeah, go to Discord, okay? Miss Coneo Gaming, yeah, late. But you could just rewind this and, you know. I don't know, Alexi, is this gonna be the last time you're gonna be on our show?
I don't know, will it? I mean, that's pretty much up to you. I'm pretty open to doing AMAs and everything. The issue is like a question of how worthwhile it is time wise for me to spend a couple of hours of my workday talking to people. I enjoy it personally. I don't have an issue with it, but also it depends how interesting it is to the community because. Obviously, if we don't have any new updates, like today we spoke about the BSC network integration, everything like that, and that's new news, and that's very interesting that I made sure to prep for today. So that's something to keep an eye on is whether we actually have something interesting that's interesting to you guys, so that we have something to talk about. But yeah, I'm happy to appear on the AMAs and anything like that, and it was fun to hang out with you and say hi and meet your community and everything like that. So I'm happy to do this again sometime. Just let me know when works for you. One thing that I will say, I can't remember what it was going to be, but it was going to be something awesome. I've forgotten it now, but yeah. Sorry, that's how you know I need my lunch.
Yes,
but yeah, no, it was definitely AMAs are something that I enjoy doing, and I presume this will this be uploaded to your channel as well? This AMA.
Yes, it's gonna be uploaded. Okay. So you just have to wait, guys. Anyway, guys, yeah, that's it. I actually have a meeting at 5:30, so I'm already 12 minutes late to my meeting. I missed the time. Anyway, guys, we'll see you again next time, okay? We'll see you again next time. Great. And yeah, guys, if you have any question, go to Discord. Thank you, Alexi. Bye, guys. I have to go. I need to be in a meeting. Bye.
All right, have a good meeting. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.